around the tricky part of the word. Let's review our tricky words together. This word is what? Who can raise their hand and tell me this word? Adeline. Very good. Or A. Excellent. Okay. Oh, bless me. What is this tricky word? Smriti, what's this tricky word? The. Very good. The tricky part of the word is the letter E. It makes the sound. What is this tricky word? Carolyn, what's this tricky word?
Of.
Actually, the whole word's tricky. And V. Those two letters do not make the sound that they normally make. Nicole, what's this tricky word? All. The letter A is tricky in that word. What's this tricky word? Who haven't I called on? Jonyan, what's this tricky word? From. The tricky part is the O. It makes the sound. And what's this tricky word? Someone I haven't called on. Estelle, what's this tricky word?
One.
Today, we're going to learn a new tricky word. It's down here. This word looks like it should be read like this. Was. But it's not was. Remember we learned that the letter S can sometimes make the Z sound at the end of the word? That's exactly what it does in this word. But the letter A does not say ah. The letter A in this word says So we would pronounce this word this way. Was. As in, I was happy to see you. Was. Let's look at some phrases that have this tricky word in it. But before we do, let's sing the song like we have done before to help us remember the tricky words. It goes to the tune of 3 blind mice, 3 blind mice, see how they run, see how they run. Okay. W-A-S, W-A-S, that spells was, that spells was, W-A-S spells was, W-A-S spells was, W-A-S, W-A-S. So that's was. Let's take a look at these phrases, or sentences, I'm sorry. These are sentences. How do we know this is a sentence and not a phrase? Who could raise their hand and tell me that? How do we know this is a sentence and not a phrase? Russell.
Because it didn't have a...
What does it have at the beginning and the end?
It was sad.
It has a capital letter at the beginning and a punctuation mark at the end. So this is a sentence. It's a complete thought. So, who would like to read this first sentence to us? Landon, read this sentence to me.
Sam was sad.
Excellent. And there's our tricky word, was. It's not was, it's was. Excellent. Sam was sad. Let's look at this this sentence with the tricky word in it. Ryan, please read this sentence for us.
The dog was hot.
Excellent. The dog was hot. Let's read this sentence. Who could read this for me? Jonyan, read this sentence.
The man was thin.
Excellent. The man was thin. And our last sentence, who could read this for me? Carolyn.
Miss Kate?
Yeah, it's on the top right.
Yep, Anya, mute your mic. The chimp was glad. Excellent. The chimp was glad. Very good. So, our new tricky word, was. Was is our new tricky word. Let's go ahead and get out your handy dandy puppy dog book and turn it to page 37. I'm going to get out mine too. When you open to page 37, you'll see the dotted line. Remember, you take your paper and you fold it along that dotted line so that it's folded in half like this. You might need a grown-up to help you.
Miss Kate, what page are we on again?
Page 37.
Oh.
And you're gonna fold it in half. We're gonna practice our tricky words. All right, thumbs up when you are on the right page and your page is folded. Good job. Okay. Few people are still folding their page, and that's okay. I'm going to write the first tricky word up on the board, and I want you to copy it next to the number 1. Right here. But do not go to the back yet. Our first tricky word is the. T is a tall letter, H, and E. The. T-H-E, that spells the. Once you've written the word, give me a thumbs up. But don't go to the back. I'm watching. I'm seeing who's sneaking. Okay. Flip your paper over, and on the back side, try to write the word the from your memory. Try to write it from your memory. When you have finished writing the, give me a thumbs up.
Miss Kate, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so I write the next to number 1. Then, hang on and I'll help you. You're gonna take your paper and you're gonna flip it to the back side where you can't see the anymore, and you're gonna try to write the word the on the top line from your memory. All right. Okay, let's flip our paper back. Our next word, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I want you to write the word But don't write it sloppy. I don't want to see it like this. I want it nice and neat. Now, don't flip your paper yet. Now you can flip your paper and write a. Very good. Now let's flip it back. Number 3, our next tricky word is of. Of. If you want to spell of, say O-F. Now, flip it to the back and write it from memory. Once you've done that, you can flip it back over. Okay. And it's okay if you make a mistake because we're just writing it from memory. Now let's go to number 4. Number 4, we're going to write the word all. All. Write all next to number 4. But don't flip that paper. I'm looking to see who's flipping their papers. Okay. I'm going to erase all. Now flip your paper to the back and try to write all from your memory. All right, let's flip it back to number 5. This is a longer one. From. But we can sound it out because the only tricky part is the O because it makes the sound. From. Write down from. Don't flip it. I'm watching. All right, I'm going to erase it. Flip your paper and write it from memory. Then flip it back for number 6. Okay, number 6, we have the word one. The number word one. The number word one. Write that down next to number 6. Don't flip your paper. Don't flip those papers, Russell. All right. Now flip your paper to the back and write the word one, the number word from your memory. All right. And our last tricky word. It's our newest tricky word. Was. The tricky part is only the A because we know S can sometimes make the Z sound. was. Go ahead and write was beside number 7. But don't flip your paper. Now flip your paper and write it from memory. All right. I'm going to write all the tricky words on the board. And we are going to check them together. If you got them right, you can open your paper back up all the way like this. And if you got it right, you can put a smiley. If you didn't get it right, that's okay. Just erase it, change it, and put a smiley anyway. When you erase it and fix a mistake, it's like super glue in your brain that helps you remember. Good job, friends. Don't forget to take a picture of this and submit it to me when we're done. All right. Miss Cates is going to erase the board. You may put your puppy dog book away, and I'd like you to get out your Sam reader. You don't have to open it yet. Just take it out. Take out your Sam reader. Very good. Today, we're going to be reading a story called The Van. The Van. In this story, we have some words that we're going to see. The first word we're going to see in the story is fix it. Fix it, man. Fix it, man. I did a picture of Felix because he's a fix-it man in Wreck-It Ralph, if you've ever seen Wreck-It Ralph or Ralph Breaks the Internet. But fix-it man. A fix-it man is a man who repairs or fixes something that's broken. That's going to be in our story. Another vocabulary word that's going to be in our story is fix-it kit. Fix-it kit. A fix-it kit is a toolbox or kit with things needed to repair something. So it'll have all the tools inside. A fix-it man needs a fix-it kit to help him make the repair. Go ahead and open your book up to the story, The Van. You can use your table of contents to help you find the page number. We're going to take a quick picture walk through the story. So lay your book flat in front of you, and I'm going to call on friends to tell me or describe what we see in the picture. What do we see in this first picture on page 33? Nicole?
I also have a question. I see Sam in the van and his mom opening his door, and I see the dog in Sam's lap and the cat thinking, what are you doing?
So it looks like they're getting in their family car, in their van. A van is a car that a lot of families drive It usually has a sliding door with several seats. Okay, turn to the next page. Oh my goodness, what's happening here? What is happening here? Are we?
It looks like the van. It looks like it's in the air and everybody's like living.
Yeah, it looks like the van's in the air and everybody's face is like, oh no. Okay. Now what's happening? What's happening here, Landon?
It looks like they're driving down a hill really fast.
Yeah. They're going down the hill, or maybe their car, because on the page before their car was kind of up in the air. So maybe it slammed down going down the hill.
Their tire pops.
Oh, you think they're tire pops too? Let's look and see on the next page. Uh-oh. Smriti, what happened?
The van has crashed and lost tires, and they're now sitting down thinking what to do. And on the next page, I think it's kind of funny too, because if we just look at it, it says pop pop.
Oh, don't read those words. Don't you read those words. But it could be funny. All right, so it's obviously broken. Smoke is coming out of it. There's cracks on it. So they're having to sit on the side of the road and wait for help. Who do you think this character is on the next page?
The Fix-It
Oh,
Man.
Smriti, mute your microphone. Who do you think this character is on the next page? Ryan?
I think it's a man that is trying to fix the top.
Yeah, the Fix-It Man with his Fix-It toolkit. Very good, Ryan. But I don't know. He's got his hands up in the air. Maybe he can't fix it. Let's go back to the beginning, and Miss Cates is going to read the story. As I'm reading, I want you to take your handy-dandy pointer and point, or an eraser from a pencil or whatever, but make sure you're tracking your words. We're gonna read a story about Sam's mom's van. Pay special attention to the story so you can tell me what happened to the van. Here we go. The van. Sam's mom has a van. Sam is in the van. Sam and his mom got his pal, Chad. Then the van hit a big bump. The van will jump up, up, up. Then, slam! The van hit the land. Crash! Smash! Crunch! Snap! Pop! The van was bent. The van had lots of dents. The van did not run. Sam's mom got a Fix-It Man. The Fix-It Man had a big Fix-It kit. The Fix-It kit did not help much. The Fix-It Man did not fix the van. Sam's mom got a cab. The kids got in the cab. Sam's mom was sad. Sam held his mom's hand. Then Sam sang his mom a song. Mom, Sam sang, a van is just a van. All right. Do you guys know what a cab is when they say Sam's mom got a cab? Landon, what's a cab?
A taxi.
Yes, it's another word for a taxi. You can pay a car to come pick you up and take you somewhere. You can pay for a driver. All right, let's go back to the beginning, and I'm going to call on friends to read the story, and we're going to talk about each page. Let's start with Are We? Are We, please read the title and then the page.
Okay, I need to go look. I'm gonna go look at my page. Can you wait a second? I'm gonna look for the page. There. The van. Sam's mom has a van. Sam is in the van.
Very good. Excellent. All right. Let's do Landon. Landon, read page 34 for me.
Sam and his mom got his pal Chad. Then the van hit a big bump. The van will jump up, up, up.
Excellent. And you see those commas. Anytime you list 3 things, you're gonna need a comma in between. All right. Now this page has a lot of expression. We need to pay attention to the punctuation marks when reading it. Carolyn, would you like to read this page?
Then slam! The van hits the land. Crush, 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 smash, crunch, snap, pop.
Excellent. I also like how the author made the words look like they were falling like the van. Excellent. Very, very good, Carolyn. Nicole, can you please read the next page, page 38?
Mommy,
No, you have to have the book ready or you shouldn't raise your hand.
the van
Was, that's our new tricky word.
Then
Yes.
the van had lots of Dents.
Dents. Dents. A dent is where it's pushed inward. A dent in the car. Okay, go ahead, read the last sentence.
Not the van did not run. And I have a
Excellent.
question.
What's your question?
Why did they hurt themselves?
I don't think they hurt themselves. They're just sitting on the side of the road because their van isn't running.
Oh, because their van is sitting broke.
Yeah, their van broke, so they left the van and they're sitting waiting for the fix-it man.
But I thought everybody crashing their car has to be hurting themselves because, like,
Not necessarily. You can have a car crash and everyone be safe. That's why we wear things like seat belts. Okay. Let's read this page. Who would like to read this page? let's do Ryan. You haven't read yet.
Sam's mom got a Fix-It Man. The Fix-It Man had a big Fix-It Hit. The Fix-It Hit did not help much. The Fix-It Man did not fix the man.
Okay. So he tried, but he couldn't fix it. All right, our last page. Estelle, read this page to us, please.
Sam's mom got a cap. The kids got in the cap. Sam's mom was sad. Sam held his mom's hand. Then Sam sang his mom a song. Mom, Sam sang, "A van is just a van."
Yep. Okay, excellent job, friends. Okay, now I'm going to ask some questions, and you're going to be reading detectives, and you're going to find the answer back in your book. What does the van hit that sends it flying in the air? Adeline, what does the van hit that sends it flying into the air?
It sends up into the air. It sends a big bump in the road.
You're right. We find that on page 34. Sam and his mom got his pal, Chad. The van hit a big bump. Excellent job, Adeline. Go ahead and mute your mic. What noises does the van make when it lands? Ooh, who can tell me what sound noises does the van make when it lands? You'll have to look back to find it. Russell?
Crash, smash, crunch, snap, pop.
Very good. Crash, smash, crunch, snap, pop. So it made a bunch of noises. Is the Fix-It Man able to fix the van? Thumbs up if he is, thumbs down if he isn't. No, he's not able to fix it. So how do Sam and his mom and Chad get home? How do they get home since the Fix-It Man can't fix their van? Smriti?
They asked the driver to drive them back home.
They ask the driver that they get a cab. That's called a cab. They called the cab to take them home. It says it up here. Sam's mom got a cab. Excellent job. What does Sam do to make his mom feel better? What does he do, Landon? What does Sam do to make his mom feel better?
Sing a song.
He sings her a song. Very good. Okay. How does singing his mother a song make her feel better when she's sad? How's that going to make her feel better? Jonyan? If you're not sure, we can call on a friend to help you. I'll call on a friend to help you. Anya, how is singing a song to his mom going to make her feel better?
Because it just makes her feel better because it makes...
Do you think it kind of lets her know that it's going to be okay? If we look at what he sings, he says, a van is just a van. So that might make her heart feel better. It's okay. It's just a van. Does your mom ever sing to you or say kind words to you when you're feeling sad? And it usually makes you feel better. So that's what Sam's trying to do for his mom. Okay, wonderful work, friends. You guys, this was a long lesson and you all did an amazing job. I am so proud of you. Kiss your brain. So we are going to meet with small group this morning. I'm meeting with small